Hello, everybody. It is that time of the week. It is your illustrious hosts, Inferno Drake and Dragon's Fury.
Uh,
Um,
Hope you all been having a good week.
yes, and we hope that this episode makes it better. If not, not our fault. Um, so we're just gonna pop right into it because we were pre-discussing already, and just want to keep the flow. And that's what you guys are used to. It's a very stream of consciousness kind of thing. If you're new here, this is what we do. We just kind of run our mouths. And welcome back if you're not. Um, so
Our mouse, yap, and rant. A
yeah,
lot of ranting.
yeah, a lot. There's a lot of ranting, but that's okay. Um, so
I mean, you got to rant.
you
It
gotta rant.
helps get out of your system.
You can't keep that stuff bottled up. That's what my old what was that no calculus teacher would say. Like that's why she was always like so loud. It was like you can't let like that just build up. Just like get it out, and you'll be fine. And I was just like,
Yeah.
yep, yep. Um, I remember her name, but I don't know if I'm still if I have the pronunciation correctly in it because she was Greek. She was Grecian, and yeah, I love that woman. I just no idea what she's doing nowadays because that was years ago. That was back in high school for me. So
Hmm.
she's well into her elderly age at this point because like
All them years ago.
all those years ago. Like to be fair, like I have zero idea how old she was because and I learned this like I solid 15 years later that I don't have a sense of time and or age, right? Like I just do not have
Yeah.
it. And then ultimately I don't have spatial like
Awareness.
3D like not spatial awareness I forget how like what it's called specifically, but it's basically imagining 3D things, like imagining the 3D space in your head to like implement it. I
Oh, yeah.
yeah, I don't have that very well. Like it's very very
Oh,
bad. And so like I forget
imagine a 3D apple.
I like no I imagine an apple, but it's like so like the way I describe it was like because this is going to go so sidetrack. We're about to go down some psychology stuff. It's fun. All right, this is where we're at. So there, I don't know how deep into like varying psychology stuff and like brain stuff you've ever been, things whatever. But when I was doing my
One
stint,
class in college.
when I was doing my stint in college, I took a lot of them while I was waiting to do my TV production stuff. Um, and so a lot of interesting discussions came up because stuff like when you get into like the different science, the deeper sciences of like what is it, synesthesia? Is that what that called?
That
Is that
sounds
what
right.
that's called? Basically, where like the sounds and colors thing. Um,
Uh, I think so.
is that what it is?
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah, I
kind
think
of.
that's the right thing. Or I'm not too far off. Like, and it's and people are like very interesting like that, and then also people who say they don't have an internal monologue, like they don't hear themselves when they think, and then people are like, well, then what do you hear? And they're like, nothing, and it's
Which is so weird to me.
well that's a part of the discussion. It's very difficult to create a frame of reference for yourself of something that there is no frame of reference of. Another example is being fully blind from the beginning, right? Not
Oh,
and
yeah.
not having and not like the oh I'm blind because of like damage to like from like an accident later on, and where it's like oh it's partial blindness or it's like
Yeah.
the varying degrees. It's just full blown. There is no input into the
The retinas.
no the further back the
The optic
actual
nerves.
yeah I think it's the optic nerves. Like there's no feedback, visual feedback going into your brain. There's just none,
Yeah,
right?
that's the optic nerves.
And so
God, we're getting into
to
biology and my worst subject.
yeah, and basically like so to for people who've never seen in any capacity, it's just
Can you describe a penguin?
and people were able well
No.
a penguin's like no, but they're like it's like oh it's not seeing black, it's seeing nothing, right? And
Yeah.
people can't really put their mind around that, because no one who has all of their visual faculties intact has never not had visual input. And I think I don't know if there's a better example, but I think the closest that you can get to experiencing no input is being out on a cruise ship at night and looking out.
It is terrifying.
No, absolutely. But like I think that is the closest, because after and it doesn't go very far. It like the light of the ship, and then you just kind of like stare out into the distance. It stops.
Like, if you
being
want to know the
black,
void, that is the void.
which I believe that is the closest thing of not having visual input that you could experience. Is
I mean,
there is
aren't
just
there those like sound deprivation rooms that are actually very, very freaking dark.
Yeah, I think that, but same concept. Like, I think that, but I think the one that is the closest is that one that's in Europe. That, like, if you're in there for too long, like, you start losing your mind kind of thing. That's too much.
I think it's like an MIT thing.
So
I've never seen videos that are just like, oh, you can get $1 million if you can stay an hour. I'm like, people will not even last 10 minutes. Like,
yeah, I was like,
I love seeing comments. Like, I love seeing the comments of people's like, oh, let's take a nap. It's like you do realize you're going to be able to hear your own heartbeat.
See, I don't think I would survive an hour, like, for the full money. But I know for a fact I could take a nap, because that's what I hear already. That is how sensitive my hearing is now. I can hear my.
Isn't it?
Say what?
Isn't it also like tinnitus, where you always have a constant ringing in your ear?
Yeah, like if you have a ringing in your ear. No, I hear the bodily functions. Like, I can hear my heartbeat in the other parts of my body. Like,
I don't need to hear my stomach go.
Right, like I hear I don't have it as bad as some people who like hear electricity, and I was like, oh, that one's bad. That one's bad. I have occasional days of hearing electricity, but it's not a constant.
The only time I've ever really heard electricity is one, when it's quiet, but also it's like, because you know how like you have like the wireless chargers.
Yeah.
Whenever I would put my phone on the wireless charger, I would hear the electricity.
Okay.
So I'm just, because I originally was going to like have it like on like my nightstand, but I'm just like, once I heard it, like, well, this idea's out the window.
Yeah. The old vacuum tube TVs. Those motherfuckers were loud as shit.
Oh, they were, but man, they were fun.
Loud as shit. But like when they were off, because of like the powering down, they were so loud. So loud.
All the residual power that's in them. Yeah, freaking love them. Yeah, my grandpa used to have one.
Everyone's grandpa used to have one. I mean, of our age bracket.
Yeah, we just had the tube TVs.
Yeah, from us up, like and back, we all had that. Now, not so much. Maybe your great grandparents, if they're still kicking about. Now it's the like the not flat screens is like the next equivalent.
Yeah, like I've seen some of the new ones. I'm just like,
it's too much.
Like, I was like, what are we going for? Are we going for flat screen? Are we going for tube? Like, where are we going?
Technology is looping again.
It literally is.
Which it happens like in most subjects of like following any kind of like history or timeline of something. You realize that it repeats itself, and it's like, oh well,
for better or for worse.
For better, dude, it happens so much in music. It's ridiculous, and it's because of nostalgia. Like, people are so hung up on this concept of like remembering the better times or whatever that they'll bring in things that they remember, and then like they'll incorporate it, and it's always so funny because you'll hear a song
called Good Times,
and there'll be, especially a lot of samplings of songs, there will be people who are like, why does this sound so familiar? But they can't put their finger on it. And they're like, and then you start going down that rabbit hole because it bugs the living piss out of you. Yep. And you're just like, what is it? What is it? And then you find it, right? So right now, I have the one song that pisses me off so much right now. I have a love-hate relationship with it, right?
Uh-huh.
So there is a rock version. Who's the artist of the song's called "Begging"?
Jonathan Young.
No, not Jonathan Young. It's a cover with him. Hold on, let me see if I can find it.
Well, while you're looking for that, I don't remember the song's name, but it was from
Find
a
it.
K-pop group. I think it might have been, well, good timing. I think it might have been ITZY. Yeah, it might have been ITZY. And like, I'm listening to this, I'm just like, wait a minute, why does this beat sound so familiar? And I started singing it in my head, I'm like, they freaking added Pharaoh Jaka into this song.
That's hilarious.
Like, it
Um,
was bugging me for like a good 30 minutes because I could not put my name on the freaking name of the song.
I feel like sampling isn't a problem, but like if you don't change it and manipulate it in a way, like, because I've had songs like come about that where people were like, oh, songs you didn't know that were sampled, and it's just like, here's one song, okay, cool, here's the sample.
It's like,
What? Like zero similarity, and you don't like what is it the is it the is it the thong song? That's one of them. Yes. So the guy
I had to
who,
take a double take. I'm like, wait, song, and then the song just played in my head.
right? So the guy who did the strings for that was like
Yeah.
explaining what he was doing with it, and then how they got to what it is now. And I'm just like, that is wild work. We went from pure classical Beethoven-esque play to Hood
That.
Rat Club. Like,
Yep.
holy crap, that
Yeah,
was a jump.
I mean, didn't you know Beethoven was part of the club scene?
I mean, back then he probably was. It was his equivalent of the club scene. So the group, if I'm pronouncing this right, is Mainskin or something along those lines, because there's a little thing over the A, so I don't know actually how to pronounce that. Um,
Chica, or yeah.
the circle.
Oh, I'm not sure how that one sounds.
Yeah. So they're a they're a group who did this song, right? And it's a cover of another song by the same name. What pisses me off is that, here, when did this come out? Let me see. When did they do this? 27. So this was 2017. They did this, and or at least on Apple that they loaded it on 2017. Let's see what it says for this one. Okay, so they did it in 2017 according to Apple Music, whatever. That's what we're gonna run with. That
Yeah.
they put their version of the song out, right? Of like Big,
Man,
right? I love the song,
2017.
right? What pisses me off is that the cover that song is from a song from 2007 by a group named Madcon. But people are defaulting to the current one, and they're like, oh, I was like, and we're just, and people who know the other one are like, oh yeah, that's a cover. Like, what do you mean? I was like, it's a cover song. The one you're talking about is a cover of another one, which may or may not be a sampling from another song.
All songs are samples.
Everything is related. And so I have such a love-hate relationship with it, because I really do enjoy that version of it, but I hate when the version that's newer takes over and is not necessarily better, like objectively better.
Yeah.
Or subjectively better. Like, it's
Which
a completely
unfortunately
different
is the thing
genre.
yeah, it's also kind of the thing for a lot of things these days.
So I was just like,
I'm not even going to bring up one of them because it irritates me every time I hear it.
yeah. So that was, yeah. That was a hell of a segue.
I know we're talking about psychology and biology.
Yeah, like, Fuck, where was I originally going with this?
I mean, we were talking about the deprivation room and the void and the
Yeah, how did
blackness
we
of
get there?
souls.
The missing of souls is crazy. Um, I don't know. So we're just gonna completely unrelated.
Move on.
Move on. Just completely unrelated.
I mean, that's normally how this goes.
So I don't want to go like too deep into it because I really one I don't care enough to go too deep into this. As bad as that sounds, um,
He's going
but
deep.
it is one of those things of just like it's very interesting that how this is like the weirdness that's going on with this. And for those who haven't figured it out, it's the TwitchCon debacle for this
Oh,
year,
oh, Jesus.
right?
I'm assuming,
So
are you referring to Emiru?
yeah, um,
Yeah. God, I feel so bad for her.
um, like I said, a bad thing happened, and that's that. I don't
Like,
care too far into it other than that. But the thing that did catch my
I'm glad
eye,
she's okay, but I am so pissed at Twitch. Like they did not handle that at all.
what is very interesting is that um, so many people seem to have dropped the ball,
Yeah.
and I'm not. And I mean everybody. I mean everyone dropped the ball, and I mean everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I want to reiterate this
Yep.
because watching, and this is to be now, take this with a grain of salt of what I'm about to say, because this is coming from a perspective of no one's in the right, and like if there's video evidence of something, you could really like for the most part analyze who did things that they were supposed to do and
Yeah.
who kind of didn't, right? Um and then of course there's room for discussion. That's what I said. I'm not necessarily like trying to target anybody or whatnot. It's just the video that seems to be circulating the most. This guy got through way too many people.
Yeah, which is still crazy to me.
Um, and so he seemed to have gotten through way too many people because from what it looks like and what I've heard from other people's discussions on this is that he bypassed this meet and greet line entirely, right? Um,
Which shouldn't have not been allowed to begin with.
that's the point. Everything up to the point of like the incident is like it shouldn't have gotten to this point. But that's
Yeah.
not what we're talking about. We're talking about like
Okay.
what happened, right? So
Okay. I will shut up.
he clears the line fully, right? He clears security, Twitch security. And
Thank you for the air
then
quotes.
yeah, the air quotes because dude's standing there with badges and just kind of like not even looking menacing can't be called security,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And then from her video or whatever, the one who had intervened was her security. Um, they seem to be a little late to the jump too. Like the whole like he's already on her that time someone like
Yeah.
gets or whatever, right? Like so I don't know who she is fully, but as far as I can understand, she's pretty big, right? To the point to have her own security team.
Yeah. So I found out about Emiru like, God, I think when we were still living together. Um, Basically because like she was doing like League cosplays and stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and like she played League at the time. Obviously, she doesn't do it now, but she's still very popular. She's basically known for her cosplays.
Okay.
Um, but and also, funny you mentioned their security. Fun fact that actually wasn't actually her security, because Twitch banned her security guard
So it was just some
because there's a
other random security person.
pretty much yes,
All right. Well,
and
even
and
worse.
because like Amir talked about this, apparently they banned her security guard because he actually did his job.
Even see. Okay. That I'm sorry, Maru, but like now now this looking like you. Not like your fault in the sense, but I feel like you kind of screwed yourself a little bit. And I say this because we have so many videos of the K groups of people like trying to get to them and like never even getting remotely close.
Yeah.
On paper, I can't fathom someone saying I'm going to be in a space where my personal security is not with me.
Well, at least one of them, because they apparently like her main security guard apparently like Twitch didn't like the fact that they basically carried someone by the arm to a security checkpoint, and that's why he got banned. I'm just like, so he was doing his job, like what?
Right. However, but from my, very, I hate all people and people suck, is, okay, this, obviously there's not enough information because you're not there or whatever, but
Yeah, like we're not there, so we basically just have to go off the information that we were getting.
which in this video, and so I'm not seeing, there should have been some, like, even if you lost one of your members, there should have been someone closer to her, is where what I'm saying. You should have had someone closer to you. If you are at a point of stardom, fame, whatever it is, that you are able to have your own security, I'm not accepting you not having them attached to your hip. I can't.
No, I am with you on that. It's like, especially with how popular she is, like, yeah, no, like she needs like, even if they're not like at the hip, as long as they're close by to react in a timely manner.
Oh no, at the hip, at the fucking hip. No, like there's especially now, there's too many like
True.
lower level incidents of people just being like, assaulted, just inappropriately handled or whatever. It's at the hip. I don't care if it ruins your photo op or your meet and greet or whatever. That person's everything is far above yours, and you should understand that if you're an actual fan. Like, you have is so, and it's like what? Like, come on. And
yeah, no, there are some fans that I won't even call them fans. Like, they're just crazy people, and it's like they need to just leave.
And so
it's
like if this video ever gets like any kind of traction or whatever, like fight me in the comments. Like I really don't care like too far into this of the thing.
He accepts the verbal fighting,
right? Like it's one of those things.
Please don't fight me. I am fragile.
He's fragile. Don't do it. He doesn't want to do it. He don't want to smoke. Me, I'm gonna start a fucking fire. Let's get it. And so the only reason why I'm even privy to her in the first place is because, like, league stuff is or whatever, and it's like TwitchCon, like all of the various rooms is like TwitchCon. I was like, okay, what the fuck has happened? And I was like, oh, great, something else happened at a large convention that shouldn't have, that involved a female. Why XY through Alpha Z? Like, it...
Literally.
We're at a point which is, it's sad to say that it's so... I saw it coming, like, as bad as that seems. Like, I almost expect an incident to come out of these things, because either
which is really sad to think about.
The convention hosts or whatever don't have the means to thoroughly, like, police the event, or don't truly want to that degree. I don't know. It's just kind of like, it's an all-around thing. Like, even at our level convention or whatever, like, people are bitching about, like, what happens there all the time, too. And, yeah, we have a bunch of famous people come through for us, too. So it's just, like, as bad as it seems, like, I can't put empathetic energy into a state of something that has just been shit for the better part of my adult life.
Yeah. And, unfortunately, it's, like, with how... people are acting these days. It's
right.
Like, I feel like it's going to keep getting worse.
Fucking crazier.
Which doesn't not make... That was English. Holy crap. Like, it doesn't make sense to me how like how people can act this way. It's just like were we the generation that was just taught raised well and like taught to have common decency?
No, it's I don't know. I don't even think the problem is that it's still our generation. Like these are still people that are our like
True.
around our
Yeah,
age bracket because they're the ones who are getting the money. It's like so conspiracy time.
yeah, true.
I I think that in our effort to you know protect the weak, if you will, right?
Hmm.
We have dismantled the the natural defense mechanisms. And by that I mean bring back Xbox, original Xbox chat lobbies, right?
Oh
Um
man, those were violent.
those were violent, right? But there's so I don't know if there's like a term for it or whatever, but I'm sure there is. And like cuz so there's a thing
Probably
so
answer on
you know how
choice.
like I don't know if you've seen stories about it or like things about self-policing, and
Hmm.
the big example is grocery carts like in the parking lots or whatever,
Oh
right?
yeah,
It's like that says something about you in and how
whether you
you
return
view,
the cart or you
right,
just
how
leave it
you
where
view
you.
yourself in society is depends on like do you return the cart, do you self-police this arbitrary or like self in do what, no, that's not the word, that's not the word, um is it self-induced?
I mean, if it's you doing it, then yes.
Yeah. Rule like putting a cart where it belongs because you know that's where they go. It's like it's not a hard and set rule. It's just kind of like a manners rule of like don't be a dick and
Yeah,
leave it out in the
it's
parking
a
lot or
it's a
wherever,
common
right?
courtesy.
Right. And I think that that idea has gotten in like placement is I'm just gonna come up with some random shit because again we're in conspiracy. I think we're in a Karen epidemic. I
Oh man, that's a great term.
I th- I have seen too many in like stories, videos of people with the mentality or and just real life too, like, you know, driving in Florida, driving anywhere that says they have bad drivers. It if you
Florida,
if
San
you
Luis
want to
Obispo, Miami.
be if you and if in your mind you are the priority above everyone else, is the only way that I see like dictates that kind of behavior, right? Because it's like
The Karens.
yeah, it's the carrots. Like for in the traffic example,
Also, if
so
you're listening, your name is Karen and you don't act like a Karen, we
you're not
apologize.
Karen, you're Kareen. um, and so it's like, hey, you have you know traffic, and then you have like the merge, right?
Yeah.
Letting letting someone in is like how natural or whatever, right? But
Hmm.
the trade-off is supposed to
And also
be,
giving the heads up with your turn signal.
yeah, everyone involved, right? But the rule, the supposed rule was supposed to be zipper, right? Is that
Hmm.
one in, one pass, one in, one pass, right? So
Yeah,
wherever
makes
that
sense.
starts is what the like you see the pattern of it like happen. But for those individuals that will go through the merge lane all the way to the end to subvert coming
Yeah.
in the back line, like you're a type of like you go through the world a type of way, right? You're this in my mind, you're the
You
same
are the
person,
asshole.
you're the same person who will leave the cart out in the parking lot,
Hmm.
right? You're the same person who will see someone approaching the cashier and then speed up to get in front of them, right? Like,
And going back to road, you see someone getting ready to merge into your lane, and you try to speed up to stop them.
right, like you, like yeah, like you're like, no, you're not gonna get in front of me. Like, same energy, and I I believe that like we were trying to combat, aggressive, like, and violent bullying, we hit everybody. Like, it's very much the baby with the bathwater and the bathtub and the bathroom. Like, we threw out the whole room. Because we've hit this level of there aren't, like, the consequences aren't severe enough for the behavior to not happen.
Yeah.
People are like, whatever the value of the action is for them, the consequences is either zero or negligible in their mind. And I'm not talking about the extremes, right? I'm not talking about the extremes of, like, they're going to do, I'm not like, like, legitimate crime and, like, law breaking here. No, I'm talking about, like,
don't do that.
Obviously don't do that,
crime.
but, like,
no crime from this podcast.
I'm talking about, like, the smaller, like, kind of like the, social injustices, if you will, right? The cutting people off in the lane, the honking at them when the light first changes, like,
I hate it when people do that.
That
like,
there's no consequences.
The light just turned green. It's like, people,
right? But there's no consequence for being, for being like disrespectful in, like, a mild sense. And I think that is the case because early on, the consequence, at least, like, when we were younger, the consequence was violence. Like, as bad as that sounds, it was violence, right? If you were running your mouth to someone, you would get slapped, you'd get punched or whatever. There was whatever, right? Or there was like, the parental style was different, where it was more, belt the ass. Like, if your parents found out you were being a little dick, you got 4 ass whoopings before you got home. Like, if that makes sense, right? Like, there were so many people involved with keeping you in check.
Shit, you get soap.
That, like, you started being like, all right, is it really worth, like, the headache? Like, I was, like, joking with, like, one of my friends is, like, when I was younger, like, I had 3 other women pissed before I got home.
Damn.
And, like, and people was like, oh, I was like, yeah, because, like, my family is very large, and so it's like I have my main family and then my branch families. I have 3 other mothers, so it's like, if I fucked up, it was over. There was no point, because it's like the one that was closest is getting on my ass. The one that's second closest is getting on my ass, and then I get home for the prime time, WWE SmackDown,
Get that conga line of ass whooping.
Of just ass whooping, right? And, like, that perpetuated into, like, growing up too, because it's like, yes, I'm not going around fucking up or whatever, but, like, I got called out by my second mom about not visiting more often, and I was like, damn it, like you're, damn it. Because main branch mom said the same thing, and so I was just like, fuck. And then I go see my third mom, and I'm just like, yeah, I know, I need to visit more. Like, I'm sorry.
As my life is busy. My ass
right? Like, but I'm over here getting a verbal ass whooping. Like. And it's not like that they're wrong. It's like, yes, I would love to go see, like, my other mothers far more than I get to or have the ability to, because, like, scheduling or whatever, they have their own lives. My brothers and my, my sisters, they have their own things going. And so it's like, it's like, because it's like, with my brother, it's like, I have to go hunt his ass down. With, my sister, it's just kind of like, I just go pick her up. And we'll be like, all right, cool. And be like, hey, Moms, how's it going? And whatever, we'll see you back at whatever when we'll drop her off, or kind of deal. Or if we even dropping her off, because sometimes she stays the night with us because she's going to do something with us in the morning. So it's just a very backstory. And I feel like in this current, like, digital space, that's where we've come from. Like, anonymity, that word, anonymity, is the, like, kind of like the promo is like, yeah, you got so many people just talking out of their ass, and there's no consequence, right? Like, there's no consequence. There's no one who's going to check them, and it just spreads from there, because
unfortunately,
when there's no checks and balances in it or whatever. And so in the, and I feel like because of us trying to, like, you know, keep people safer and whatever, you know, like, you know, don't do this or don't do that, do whatever, the self-policing policers, right, like the ones that would check somebody for, you know, are now at risk of getting big boy in trouble because of how, you know, the space is.
Yeah.
And so it's you know, in the more, you know, dark version of things, someone was like, there was an argument going, and it was like, why is it that, like, in the female space there's always someone who knows who's been, you know, assaulted, but in the male space no one knows who the assaulter was? And the answer is,
doesn't make sense to me.
Because he would have gotten his ass whooped. Like, they're
let him.
Well, no, but no, that's what I'm saying. So that the consequence is physical violence, right? Males will police with, you know, with physical, you know, rough and tumble them up, right? So they're not going to do something that's going to give them away immediately, right? But what happens every time someone finds out who the person was? They end up dead, or they end up beaten up. The person who did it is end up in jail, right? That's the reason why the male spaces don't know, because they're hiding. They're hiding from they still did the thing, but now they're living their life in this secluded way or whatever, because if someone finds out that is a male that is able to overpower them, they're going to beat their ass, and depending on how severe, take their life. I'm not saying it's okay, I'm just saying that's the reason.
But if anyone does find someone like that, kick their ass.
Whoop their ass. Like, that's why my brother still hasn't visited, because he pulled a social injustice of not okayness, and I told you, I was like, you do realize that you have a ass whooping pending.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we can hang out. And he's like, I know. And I was like, I haven't forgotten what you did. You haven't forgotten what you did. I'm going to whoop your ass. And then we can go about our business. But and there's a reason why I haven't seen my brother in, like, 8 months. Maybe longer. Because I'm gonna whoop his ass. Again, I didn't whoop his ass as bad the last time because, like, he was depresso sado boy. I only whooped his a little bit. So he still has part 2 of that ass whooping. Because, you know, I'm a considerate older brother. I'm still, yeah.
Like, are you depressed? All right, you get a slight ass whooping.
You get a slight ass whooping, but I'm still gonna whoop your ass. Like, I have foam swords for whooping people's asses. Like, that is the reason why I have them. And I also suggest dealing with young hoodlum males with pool noodles. Whoop they ass early. Yes. Whoop they ass early.
Yep, if they talk shit or act like shit, eat their shit.
Mm-hmm. Throw them a pool noodle and whoop their ass with a pool noodle. And they're like, why a pool noodle? Because it's sturdy enough to get the point across, but feeble enough not to leave marks. And nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to let their inner circle find out that they parents
their ass will buy a pool noodle.
Whoop their ass with a pool noodle. Like, I'm taking that to the grave. You can't whoop that out of me. Like,
whoop the pool noodle out of you.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, no. It's like, I'm just
I guess that's the takeaway of this podcast.
Bring back controlled bullying is the takeaway of this podcast. Bring back controlled bullying. Belt to ass for everybody that needs it.
Yes. Because if you're running out like a little shit, you're going to get ass whooping.
So yeah. So that is Any other final thoughts? Because I think that's a great one, and I
think
kind
I-
of just
I
want to
don't-
put a pool
Yep.
noodle emote thing up. I don't have like a pool noodle picture readily available to like throw up on screen, so I'm gonna just have to like add it at the end of the video somewhere, just like pool noodle.
Somehow make a transition of just a pool noodle going across the screen and fade into black, or the end card.
Yeah, it's just pool noodle. Like no other context besides that.
But yeah, no, I can't think of anything to top that. Just well, hope everyone has a good week coming up, and be good and don't get your ass whooped.
Don't get your ass whooped. And on the official ending of things, thank you for listening. Thank you for supporting us. You are the reason why I even do this. It's the barely thing that's keeping me sane, given the fact that I still don't have a job. So thank you for being here and keeping me afloat
Manifest.
of the stage. Yeah, manifest destiny. After we're done like with this, I'm gonna tell you something, and yeah. So until the next one, we love you, and bye bye.
Bye bye.